Find the inverse of the following matrix. So we're going to take our 2 by 2 matrix, 3, 4, 4, 6, and slap onto it the same size identity matrix, also 2 by 2. Our goal is to get the identity matrix on the left. If we're able to do that, then the inverse appears on the right. Remember, whatever you do to the left side of that bar, you also have to do to the right-hand side of that bar. Yeah, so where that 3 is at, we need a 1. We could craftily try to get a 1 by flopping rows and multiplying, but that takes a couple steps. So, might as well just use fractions. They're not too bad of fractions. So as stated, to get that 3 into a 1, we're going to multiply the first row by 1/3. What is 1/3 times the first row? 1 4/3. 1/3 0. What needs to go next? 4. Using our newly created 1, what should we multiply this 1 by? So when we add it to 4, we get 0. -4. So what row is not changing? Yep. So I'm going to copy that in real quick. And then off to the side underneath this arrow over here. What is -4 times the first row? Times 1? Times 4/3? -16/3. Did that hurt at all to say that? No. Times 1/3? Times 0? 0. Taking those 4 entries and adding them to the second row. 4 and -4? 0. 6 and -16/3? 2/3. 2. 2/3? 0 and -4/3? Class, 0 and 1? Listen. Good. First column is done. We move on to the second column. Where that 2/3 is at, we need a 1. We painted ourselves into the corner, so the only way we're going to be able to make a 1 is by multiplying the reciprocal, which is 3/2. 3/2 row 2 makes the new row 2. First row will not change. 3/2 times 0? 0. 3/2 times 2/3? 1. 3/2 times -4/3? Careful. Carefuler. -2. Because the 4 and the 2 reduce. 3's cancel. 3/2 times 1? 3/2. We are done. Huzzah. We have to turn that 4/3 into a 0. Use our newly created 1 in that second column. So what should we multiply 1 by? So when we add it to 4/3, we get 0. Remember, you want to add the negative. So reciprocals make 1s, negative makes 0s. So we're going to add -4/3 to it. Is that okay? -4/3 times which row? Row 2, because that's where the 1's at, plus the first row makes the new first row. So the second column is not changing. Actually, the second row is not changing. Off to the side, let's write down what negative 4/3 times the second row is. Negative 4/3 times 0. 1 is negative 4/3 times negative 2. 8/3, you're right. Times 3/2. Negative 2. Taking those 4 entries, add them to the first row. 1 plus 0. 1. 4/3 and negative 4/3 make 0 by design. 1/3 and 8/3. Yep. And 0 and negative 2 make negative 2. Did we get our identity matrix on the left? Yep. So the inverse is on the right. Boom. Shakalaka.